Okay.
Okay.
I'm just finishing to putting on YouTube.
Ah,
Larissa, could you introduce yourself here
okay.
first a little? Who are
Yeah,
you?
I'm Larissa. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to
I
meet
have
you.
30 years old. I'm from Rio de Janeiro, but I live in Florianópolis, Santa Catarina for 2 years.
Mhm.
And I have this kind of lifestyle nomad. So
Mm.
I am always moving. But now I'm here and I am talking in Talk and Talk for 3 months, I guess. And I'm here to improve my English, to practice with you. And I am a student of product design. And now
Mhm.
I am in a volunteer project as a UX researcher. So I think this is it. Nice to meet you.
Oh, wonderful. Are you studying to migrate career to product designer?
Yes, I'm always work with commercial, sales and these things, but now I am studying to work with some that I really like. I just like this creative part.
It's
And
it's funny because I were from product designer, UX designer before, but I decided to migrate career to a more technical field. So developer, software engineering, cybersecurity.
you
I
like the
started
most?
to pay better,
I
pay
understand.
better the designer,
Mm-hmm.
and he pay better and has more opportunities. For
Yeah.
example, you have a team. You have a team in a tech company.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the tech company, the team will have what less when it will have at least one designer
Yeah.
and 4 or 5 developers.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
It's different,
there are yeah, there are much more job opportunities
right?
because because there are more open positions than the designers.
Yeah,
Please
I'm
believe
looking
me.
for something more international because I want to go out to Brazil.
Mhm.
And I think I have this entrepreneur spirit, so I'm don't worry about this stuff a lot. But of course, if I get a job in a company, in a big company, will be great because they have all this, I don't know how to say, but they have a lot of things that is good for me. I am a mother as well. My daughter has 6 years old, so I think in these things too.
Yeah, it's difficult for mothers to get a good job
Yeah.
in private sector because ah
The word is wild, but we continue.
yeah, okay. The subject today is about accessibility. Uh, and we were talking a little about accessibility when we were talking about being a mother and to get to work because accessibility is not just for people with disability, it's for everyone.
Yes, sure.
So let's go to the first question. What does accessibility mean to you and why it's important in today's world?
Accessibility means to me that everybody can live their lives normally, just with respect and possibilities. So it's important today and also in every time in the world, just important because everybody in the world need to be able to do whatever they want to do, you know? And today we have technology, so we have to use technology to make our lives better, you know? And I think it's this for me.
Thank you. And about you, Katerina, what does means to you? If you want to share any experience being a teacher, I think it would be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, accessibility for me has almost the same meaning for, oh, what is the name? Larissa? Sorry, Larissa. Because I think accessibility is the capacity that the city can uh, provide the same opportunities for everyone and respect the limits that every person have. Not only the disability person, like you said, because Larissa is a mother, so I think she can have more experience about that. But even though some women's is not a disability, when we turn a mother or when you hurt a foot, for example, you have to use the gesso, something like that.
Mhm.
You face some difficult situations because our city is not prepared for heavy accessible for everyone. So I think accessibility means be respectful for everyone. So, and in case of students in my class, uh, I already had some students have some conditions like oh my goodness, I forgot the name even in Portuguese. Um, so mental conditionals.
Mental illness. Não, mental illness, não, mental illness é outra coisa. Mental conditions to, you mean neurodiversity?
Yeah, neurodiversity.
Okay.
So sorry. So these students need some kind of professional. In Portuguese, we said mediador. I don't know, it's the same in
Mhm.
English. But it's complicated because even though I'm a teacher and my college has some subjects to to deal with this kind of a situation, I think in the general, teachers are not prepared, and the government don't give the correct invitation maybe to prepare teachers for this kind of situations. So they just put this professional mediador that is very important, but I think all the school could be prepared, not just the mediador, but the teacher and the director and the inspector and the other kind of professionals that work in schools. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you very much for to share your experience as a teacher. Yeah, I agree with yours that accessibility is make it accessible for everyone. I like, for example, the example of, for example, a screen reader. We always think screen reader for blind people, but, for example, people that aren't alphabetic, que não foi alfabetizada, can use it. Yeah, can use it. Screen reader, for example. Most of my experience are from digital accessibility because it was my focus when I was working with UX products, né? Before going to a more technical field. I think accessibility technology, technology increased the possibility for much people to be, for example, independent. I know, for example, programmers that are blind, and they are excellent programmers. I know product designers that are deaf, and they are excellent product designers. And I also know some UX researchers that are blind. And so it's very important it's a discussion that is increasing, that's increasing over the years. Né? It's very important that. All right, let's go to the second question. Have you ever encountered a situation where a lack of accessibility impacted someone's ability to participate in activity?
It's for me now, né?
Who wants to start?
Yeah, I have some difficulty when my daughter was a little baby and I have to walk in the city with a baby stroller. And I see the situation very bad at the streets because it's difficult to walk with a baby stroller, and for people that don't walk must be terrible. And also I have an accident with a motorcycle one time, and I stay in the bed for 1 month, and I have this difficult to make little things, go to the bathroom and stuff. And this makes me think a lot about life, people's life that can't do these little things that we do every day, and it's so easy. But for me, I don't have a situation, I don't think I have a situation super bad about some activity, just these things that I said to you. But I don't know, we watch every day, every people in the streets, maybe seniors trying to walk at the streets. I don't know how to say calçadas, but as calçadas in Brazil and everywhere is terrible. We just can't walk and just walk normal because it's every step's terrible. So yeah, I think it's this. I don't remember any situation, but in my job, I think I will meet very people that will show me and speak to me about these situations, because of accessibility is something very much talking in our jobs and products. So I think I will be able to have more experience with a lot of people.
Yeah. Thank you. And about you, Katerina?
Oh, I don't remember a case that happens with me. But I remember one day that I was in a college, and we had a meeting with the director, and it's a very important meeting because we had a problem, a sexual problem, with the women in the college, and one of the girls that wanted to participate uh, was a mother, and she really wanted to participate, but the kids don't stop the don't didn't stop the cry. So I remember everybody look at her like, why you don't get out here? So I think it's very, very heavy because we have to understand that the kids cry and the women are mothers too, and not don't judging because a kid is crying. So I think it's difficult to understand sometimes because it was a very important meeting, but it's very important to be respectful too. So sometimes we just talk about accessibility like it's something that the government have to provide us, but when we respect people, we are accessibility too. So we provide the
Yeah,
accessibility too.
completely true. Yeah, I agree totally with you, Catherine. Uh, People always sometimes forgot that there are small things you can do to make the place, the ambience better for other people, né, that has specific accessibility. Um, I'm a neurodivergent person, and for example, I don't go to shows or places much, much crowded, or that has a higher sound, a higher music. If I become near to a sound, tipo, esqueci o nome. Acho que eu gosto de caixa de som, my pen, my headpans. So me myself, I have I have a specific conditions that I also have to do, places that I need to that I sometimes I try to to don't go there. And also I have some stories because I have an NGO about its diversity and inclusion in technology of specific people. And I know some stories of blind people, for example, that was trying to change their password from Discord and was banned because the software is not it's not created for that, né, for screen readers. So yeah, so we have so many situations, and we also need to we have so many situations yet to deal and so many difficulties to
Yeah, because
participate in activity.
we are different. So, like I said before, I consider myself no, how can I say this? But I'm not a disability person, and I think I'm not a neurodiversity person too. But I have dyslexia. I don't know how to say this in English.
Uh,
And I'm a teacher, so in the beginning it was very, very difficult to me because I thought that student will be um will be how can I say? They didn't understand my situation.
mm,
So in the beginning I didn't mention that. So I'm very, very stressful because every time that I have to ride in the border, I was considered that if I will write some word in a wrong way because I have a problem with this.
mhm.
And after my first year, I think it's better. just to share this information. And it was very important because after I shared this information, like in the first day, I always said, guys, I'm a biology teacher, but please, if I say something wrong or write something wrong, correct me because I have dyslexia and I didn't see that made some mistake. So some student came to me and said, "Oh, was great you said that because I have dyslexia too." So how I deal with this? How you deal with this? How you achieve the college as a dyslexia, a person that have dyslexia. So I think I can be connecting with this kind of person. So it's very important to show this part of myself for my students. So yeah.
Yeah. Dyslexia is a kind of neurodiversity, yes, neurodivergent, because not all neurodivergency are person with disability. For example, attention deficit of hyperactive disorder, for example, is a kind of neurodivergency too, but it isn't considered a people with disability. Just people from spectrum autism is considered by our law people with disability. I mean, so there are neurodivergences that need accessibility, né? Needs accessibility, need some changes, need some specific situations, and need some change. But it by our law, it's not considered a people with disability. There, there is
Mhm.
there is also it.
So just correct myself. So I'm a neurodiversity person. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
People with dyslexia are. It's not a people with disability, but it's a neurodivergent, a neurodiversity people.
Um,
Because it's a people with disability is more about the laws, what the government considers. So let's go to third question. How can public spaces like schools and the offices be made more accessible to people with disabilities? We can change it to people with disabilities to everyone because as I said, a mother is not people with disabilities, but it has some challenge too. People with dyslexia or attention deficit is not considered people with ability, but it needs accessibility. So you don't need to just about people with disability from the law. We can expand our thinking.
Yeah, because some people have disabilities in the moment, like you said,
Yeah.
and this happens all the time. But I think public spaces and school and these spaces have to be some basic things to help people, like accessibility ramp, handrail, elevator, signage for blind people, and also people prepared to help anyone that needs help with some disability. But I think what Catherine is saying is very important because I also believe that we have to share with people about our struggles. Of course, there are some people that will not understand, but you work with child, Catherine, because I think children are always good to share things, you know. they have this things because, you know, if they are some, I forgot the word, preconceito. It's because they're fathers, you know, their parents. And I think the teacher can always speak openly with their students. Um, so a lot of things that I learned in school uh, for my life, you know, like to respect people, the environment, uh, was in the school, you know, it's not from my parents at home because, you know, some parents are just ignorant and the, it's not like they're guilty, it's because they have another education. But I learned so much good stuffs in this at the school. So I think it's so important teachers speak openly with their students and try to share your situation in life. I think, you know, I suffer with some anxiety, and sometimes I have some problems because some people don't understand why I'm acting like this, you know, because I'm just with a lot of anxiety, and I have scare and sometimes panic. But when I talk to people and I say, listen, I have anxiety, I'm treating this, I have struggle with this. So people change, you know, they just don't see me as a bitch as well, you know. Oh, okay, you're not a bad person, you just suffer, you know. So I think it's too important to share with people our struggles because in some kind of way they will understand you. And I think in general people are good and want to help, you know. You just need to be open with people. I am not listening
Oh,
to
I'm with it.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, but yeah, it's a really interesting point of view because sometimes we lose some hope in the others,
Yeah.
and when it's the worst, and prepare ourselves for the bad, for the worst. No, very important. And about you, Caterine?
Yeah, just to finish my speech. About Larissa said, yeah, I just realized the impact that I share this information with my student after I did. Because like I said before, um mm, before I share this information, I have some fear because, you know, be a teacher, you have a position, like you can make mistakes and all this stuff. So I have a fear that my students see me like a bad professional. So for this reason, I in the first moment I choose hide this information, but after I shared this information, I realized that it was very good because, like I said, some students can identify with my history. And even though the students that consider myself a bad professional because I have this conditional, I think it is good to share this information because they have the opportunity to know a little bit about me, know a little bit how a person with this conditional live and work. So yeah, just that, just to finish.
And yeah, very good. How can making schools share the information because we don't have, we cannot read minds to know what the other is thinking, and we don't have a crystal ball
Mm-hmm.
to know.
Yeah.
All right.
About the question, it's number 3, right?
Yeah, but if you want to share more information, we can. Do you want?
Yeah, I think sometimes here in Brazil, we have a lot of laws. Like in school, we have laws that uh, each disability student have to be mediador, but this didn't happen. So it's very difficult because the teacher are alone with this student and the other student. There is a lot of students, so it's complicated. And maybe the problem would be the money, the because we need to invest in good professionals, the mediadores and the people that is able to talk in Libras, people that is possible to deal with this kind of people, all the people. So be prepared, be a good professional for this. Cost money, and maybe for this reason it's complicated to be accessible. In the major of the cases, when a family have a kid with disability, they face a difficult situation to find a private school that assess that um aceita
Accept.
accept this kid because the school have to be prepared, and the major of the time the private school is not prepared, so the family put these kids in a public school because a public school with all the problems they have a better team to deal with this kid. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, interesting because it makes sense because private schools are companies, né? Are companies that want to make more proof and cut what is not increase the proof. So makes sense to what you said that sometimes even the public school without the problems can have a team because the private school don't have. For example, a private school receive a small number of deaf students, and it's not enough to pay for a live Libras interpreter to to do the interpretation of the classes. So the company, the private school that are a company, simple cut. Make what you said makes sense for me. Okay, next question. Let me see. Let's go to 5-1. I think he is interesting. How do you think technology has improved the accessibility for people with disability? Not just people with disability, but in people in general. Let's open the idea.
Yeah, I think when I start to study product and technology, this part of accessibility uh, for me was the most interesting part, because I branch so many things and so many people, and if you think about disabilities, you can construct a product perfect almost, because you are doing this for every person in the world. So this is so good. But how do you think technology? Yeah, technology improves a lot uh, the people's life, because they have a lot of tools they are creating all the time for these people, which I think is not a problem about money in this case. They don't have money, the government don't have money to invest. I think they just want to invest in this, and there are people, they want to learn about how to create these things. Me as example, I am study UX design with I forgot the word. Eu tô com uma bolsa de estudo.
Scholarship.
Scholarship, right. So, and I don't have like to pay a course because it's too expensive for me now. And my course in specific is the certification from Google, and is like $18 per month, I think. I don't have this money to pay, but they in somehow they understand that many people in the world want to learn this, so they have the scholarship for everybody. And I think it's very important because a lot of people are learning these things, and I think we just need more capacity, because we have the creativity like human beings to create things for better, for create a better life for everybody. We just need the tools, the investment, for create these things. If I don't have like study these things, I can't create a better word or a new technology. So yeah, I think technology is very important, is helping a lot of people, but need more investment, especially in our country that have so many possibilities to use technology, not just to improve accessibility, but to help the environment. And we can be a country that is an example for the world, So we need to have more investments, and we people, normal people, have to talk about this in one, and somehow they will listen us, because we work for them, we work for everybody. So we need this return.
And you was talking about the scholarship, not just a scholarship, but the opportunity to you to study UX design from your home. Nowadays, you don't need anymore to, for example, be in São Paulo to do a presencial course, in-person course of UX design. You can have a computer and study from every place of the world.
Yeah, I'm studying at home since the pandemic, maybe, or before this, because I made journalism school for 2 years, and in my computer, you know. So I'm studying my computer, I'm working my computer, and I think this is accessibility. This is accessibility for people. I'm a mother. I can't go out and I want to study because I want to improve myself. So I have this opportunity here. I don't have to uh, pick a bus to go to somewhere. I don't have to spend some money eating outside my home. So this is very important for me.
Yeah. I think the next immersion will put a theme about studying in person and studying in digital. I think it's an interesting subject to broach the immersions. Because even digital has some your problems.
Yeah.
Uh, Caterine, how do you
Mhm.
think technology improves accessibility for people in general, not just disability?
Technology, yeah. I think some tools that technology create is not to thinking about disability people, like social media, as Instagram.
Mhm.
Um, they were creative for be very visual, but they don't thinking about um deaf people, for example. Deaf people are very
Mhm.
visual. They just create this kind of social media because it was important to be very visual for merchandise and other things. And I already talked with the deaf people. They said the social media was the Instagram, like a social media, was very helpful because everything was very visual. And for this kind of people, was very important. So I think sometimes technology creates some tools that is not to um, that is not relate to deaf people, but helps a lot. Even though the technology creates this kind of tools, I think the main problem nowadays uh, would be have accessible, have the accessibility to technology because in the the pandemic, COVID pandemic, the pandemic times, we face this problem. Uh, a lot of people don't have it accessible to technology, don't have a cell phone, don't have a computer. So, when you think about deaf people, that the family already have a lot of things to waste money for, I don't know, medical things and other things. Have a good computer, have a cell phone, have a tablet could be a challenge. So maybe the government could help with this because it's very important for this kind of people have the access for the technology. Yeah.
And access to internet too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Access the internet too.
very important. Okay, we are 2 minutes to finish. Uh, Larissa and Caterina, how was the immersion? What what do you think you learned about? Just to conclusion.
For me, it was very good. It's also always good to talk with people here in Talk and Talk to practice. And I can understand what I need to improve, some details in my speaking. But I also like the subject too because makes me think about these things that they are related with my job now. So what's very important to me to hear about your opinion. I think this is so good because I'm always at home by myself and I don't have a lot of people to talk about these things that I am studying. So this is this also helps me in my study, just thank you guys for this.
Very
And
good.
that's it.
Yeah, amazing. For me, it was awesome as well. I think the subject was very important. And talking openly with you was great. I know I write down a lot of new works here, and yeah, that's it. It was awesome. It was the first time in your immersion,
Tali.
Tali. Uh, and I really like it. I really liked that it was just me and Larissa because I think when there are few people, the conversation, uh, I don't know, is better for me because there is more time to talking. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you. Larissa shared her LinkedIn.
All
My
right.
LinkedIn now is desactivated for mental health because my mental health I'm doing so Larissa, I can connect you in the future
That's
when
okay.
I
I have the same with my Instagram. I don't use more my Instagram because a lot of notice. Oh,
yeah, my LinkedIn I have to 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 use it to create some content about UX product, data privates for products, data privates and security for UX. So I decided to close it, to do my transition career in the secret
mhm.
because I have problem to focus and I needed to close and the other things to just focus in what I need to focus. But in the future, when I reopen, I will add you. Uh, thank for you that I will just finish the transmission here. Thank you for you for was watching in our live or we watch later.